You know, I mentioned the other day about Rick Clunn. He said something the other day that blew my mind. You ready running guns? Time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck talk of the day, Ricky Clunn again. I saw another one of his back in times the other day, and he ran across an article about slider worms, and he said point blank, whenever he finessed fished back in those days, he threw a slider worm. He always had a slider worm rigged on the deck. Interesting, isn't it? Rick Clunn, a finesse fisherman. Of course, now he was talking, back in the 70s, early 80s, stuff like that. But I found it to be quite interesting, and he even said that he might need to be doing that again today. My theory is, why'd you ever stop? I mean, I know you're Rick Clunn, and you got all these different sponsors, and you got all this other stuff and everything. You're not a slider, you're not sponsored by slider worms or anything like that. I guess I can kind of understand it might be a sponsorship thing, but I thought that to be really interesting. That Rick Clunn kept a slider rig on the deck of his boat at all times, especially during tournaments. Do you guys do that? I tell you what, once I start getting that John boat going out there and everything, don't think I won't have my slider rod on that deck of that boat every single time I go out. Unless I'm playing with some rods or something like that, I probably won't. But, hands down, don't be surprised on a lot of the videos that I do out of that boat that you see me throwing a slider. But I found it to be interesting that one, that Rick Clunn had a slider on the deck of his boat at all times, but number two, the fact that he finesse fished. I'm not saying he never did that. I'm just saying that Rick is a power fisherman. And I just found it very interesting that he said that. That to me was just like ultra cool. But I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. I found it to be really interesting, and I thought y'all might find that interesting too, that even somebody like Rick Clunn, who's a big power fisherman, that's almost the same thing as saying Roland Martin had one on the deck of his boat. Nah, I think if anything he probably had a tube, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. So until next time, remember guys, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep you in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.